Goldylocks Productions broadcasts universal cosmic frequencies that unlock, awaken, and expand the consciousness of our worldwide viewers and listeners. You are tuning into the Goldylocks Productions presentation of the Spiritual Insight Show with Reverend Tiffany White Sage Woman.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to Spiritual Insight. I'm Reverend Tiffany White Sage Woman, and to just give everyone a few moments to join our sacred circle this evening. Give everyone time to come in. So get comfortable. You are in a safe, sacred space. All right, so just come on in, get comfortable. Hopefully you have your drink, your refreshment, maybe your dessert while you enjoy this hour of beautiful giving and receiving that takes place among each and every one of us who are joining. Again, whether you are live or whether you're watching this in the archives, everyone participating in the sacred circle is receiving and also giving love and healing, divine light. And so just want to make sure that I get this out now, the beginning of the show, because once we really get into it, sometimes I forget to promote myself. So here is my website, is whitesagewoman.com. I'm saying sage, S-A-G-E, whitesagewoman.com. And I just want to welcome all those that are listening to archived radios and podcasts. We have the audio from not just my show, but from all the Goldylocks production shows that go to numerous podcasting and music streaming stations. So thank you to all the viewers and listeners. And welcome, welcome, welcome. And thank you, Richard. Big hug to you as well. And I hope that everything is going good with you, Richard, and that you are enjoying your step in your direction of a healthier lifestyle. So and it's daily. We have to work on ourselves daily. The maintenance. It is an ongoing process. And so, but I love how a lot of us are doing this together, and we just keep moving forward. Even if we make changes, we make some tweaks along the way. It's just really exciting to be on this journey together. So, yay. All right. So, my goodness, the 21st of February already. And so next week will be the last day of the month, and the last day of the month and the last show of February. So moving into March, it's just going by so quickly, isn't it? And so let's see. Hello, Wendy and Richard. I found another butter. Oh, great, good. I know there's a lot of different varieties now, a lot of options, which I love. Absolutely. And so have fun experimenting. And yes, yay, Wendy! Thank you so much for joining us. I know on YouTube. So yay! This is the only way to watch my show now is through YouTube, and so that's fine for now. For those that are watching live stream. So thank you so much for tuning in, and as long as you like the new butter that you found, Richard, that's great. That's great. So just want to know how everyone is feeling. How are you feeling? How's everything going? Let me hear from you guys. I love how interactive this power hour together is. And it really is, maybe I should say more, it's an empowerment hour, isn't it? An empowerment hour. All right. And so... Oh, yes, we use those too, the country crock ones. But we use the avocado oil because there's two different options with those. You could do the olive oil or avocado oil. And so we do the avocado one just because there's so much controversy with olive oil. So, but we did, honestly, Richard, when we first saw those, we tried both of them. And we just, so again, you just have to see what you like the best and what works for you, right? So yay. but it is good. I'm glad that you are trying it out, getting these things. And what we're talking about is a whole foods plant-based diet. That's what we were talking about. Okay, so woo. The energies coming through is very, very powerful. Wendy, Pro, they have one made with coconut oil. Do they have one made with coconut oil? A butter. I haven't found a butter. You could just use coconut oil because it is. I haven't found a butter with coconut oil. They usually will use, like the ones I like to are cashew based. They use cashew butter, but the ones that I use, Mayoko butter. It tastes like a European butter. It's salted. I mean, it's pressed into a block of butter. You would think that it is a dairy type of butter, very fine tasting. I can just eat it by itself. It's so good, but it's cashew based. So I'm not sure if they have. I haven't seen an olive oil based one, so I haven't found the avocado one. Okay, so just keep a lookout, Richard. They do make two different kinds, and usually some of the stores they'll put both of them side by side. Okay, so every grocery store is different in how they stock, and then even where you find it, because it's like we find plant-based diet foods in several different locations in our local grocery stores. So it's be nice they put everything all in one area, but they have to be able to have things that are frozen, refrigerated. They have to have all of that. So I understand that organization, why they do it. But so you can ask to the store where you get it from, and some stores will even order it for you if you ask. There you go, right? So there you go. Check it out. See if they'll do that for you. So, yeah. So I do want to let you know that there is just, I have to let you know, kind of check in and see how everyone's feeling. Are you sleeping good, or just, I'm going to share experience with you. I usually I get a lot of information and I journal it, and a lot of things I get while I'm waking, while I'm awake, some while I am asleep. And we all are doing work while we're asleep as well. And if you can remember it, that's great. I'm finding that more and more people are able to remember it now. And so the strangest thing was Friday night, I had such a hard time staying asleep. I went to sleep very easily, but it was staying asleep. I had a very hard time. I was like tossing and turning, and I kept waking up, and I kept hearing these sounds like, when you're turning an old radio dial, it's like the white noise, and then you hear mumbling, white noise, mumbling, kind of like that. And you can barely make out what they're saying. I kept hearing this, and I knew that it's like, okay, tuning in, I'm listening, I'm paying attention. What are you saying here? And I heard several things, just, reset, it's time, let's move forward, that kind of thing, take it to the next level. There were some names and things that were mentioned that I'm just, for privacy, I'm not going to mention everything that I heard, just because I'm not that way. Anything that I have gotten prophetically, I don't announce it. I just write it down, and then I pay attention, and it's like, oh, hey, check that out. I was tuning in. That's awesome. But I don't need, to me, it's just a gauge of me leveling up, of me listening and paying attention. And it's like, awesome. I don't need to be known for any type of prophecy. because it's all collective anyway, and we're all tapping in. So, right. So it's like we have to watch ourselves and our ego, and we get excited when we get something. Absolutely. I'm not trying to take that away from anyone, but let's just be careful. And it's like, we have so much going on that's coming to the surface right now. The last thing we need is people in this spiritual field who are very egotistical. Unfortunately, it's in all walks of life. It's in every field. We're just going to see this, right? And how better for those that like to try to fool people and to pretend like they are spiritual when they're not. But we quickly catch on, right? You know when someone's genuine and when they're not. And so just keep paying attention to that. And but I was like, I woke up and I was like, oh my goodness, okay, I'll write all this down. And so I was like, okay. So what we're going through now too is it's very normal for there's going to be periods of where you could be talking and you'll just stop. And it's like, what's going on? I literally feel our minds, how do I say this? Our minds fusing together. Is that the energy? You can feel like the tingling. Do you feel the tingling sensation in my left and right say like they're fusing together, coming together to work as unified mind? I can feel the tingling on my head and my crown area. And how many of you are feeling that too? And it's perfectly normal when I take it to my angelic celestial committee about it and to my celestial doctor team. They absolutely validate that this is part of what we call ascension symptoms, right? So just be aware of everything that you're feeling. I always like to write down daily, a daily diary. I mean, it doesn't have to be long, just a little key words on how you feel. Because it's important to do that, because moving forward, a health and wellness is transforming. Everything is transforming. And so, and thank you so much, Richard, for my super sticker. Thank you so much, Richard, for your donation and the coffee super sticker. Yeah, coffee. I know. It's like I have to resist the temptation when I'm not having a show. I either like coffee or I like tea. My favorite teas or Earl Grey. But you drink it like a coffee. You put cream in that, or non-dairy cream in it. So it's either the Earl Grey tea or coffee. But I have found not to do that when I'm doing this type of work, because then it's just like, oh, forget it. I won't be able to sleep later because I'm still buzzing and flying high. So I just have water during Stay hydrated. So thank you so much, Richard, for my coffee super sticker. I'll take that. And your donation so much. Always. Thank you. And I would like to take a moment here. I'm actually going to add it to the Goldylocks Productions website as well. I would like to thank so much. We got Goldylocks Productions. For those of you maybe who aren't familiar with Goldylocks Productions, you're on the Goldylocks Productions YouTube channel to watch this. But it's there's a lot of great. It's not just my show. A lot of great hosts. I'm very honored to have agreed to be the owner by stepping in and listening to the angels and guides saying, this is what you need to do. You need to start this production company. Almost 6 years ago. We're in the 6th season. So over 5 years ago. And to trust and just to listen, and that this is what's needed at this time. So our show hosts, I may be completely biased, just a little, that they're amazing. Our show hosts are amazing. Well, we've had some donation come in, and so I just want to give a shout out to these beautiful, special people. It's the ICU Dr. Lauren Love, the ICU nurses, technicians, and staff. in the Boston area hospitals. So I just want to give a shout out of thank you so much. And we're very grateful. And let's just everyone give a heart to Dr. Lauren and staff and everyone, the ICU doctor, any of the hospital staff and everyone that's out there right now and taking care. They're in a, and I feel like a battleground right now, what they're going through. They're right there on the front lines. It's the word I was trying to look for. Thank you. So let's just continue to send love and light and peace and just to them, to everyone. And of course, a huge gratitude. So thank you. And because it helps to keep the shows going and on air. So thank you so much. Yes, thank you. Yay. There you go, Wendy. Yeah, I like the little emoji with the heart with the, yeah, there you go. Yeah. Yes, yay. Oh, thank you so much for giving some love. Thank you. Yes. And so what an honor that they listen to the shows. So and that it's helping them. So I'm very, very grateful. And that's what it's all about, is that, yes, there's some scary things because change can be scary, right? Even though so this is what's interesting. We are ascending. Our 3D, 4D, 5D, but our bodies are ascending, but our higher selves are descending to us too. So we've got like ascension, descension. It's all coming together, right? Like the number 8, and we meet in that middle, like the infinity sign sideways, but then they turn it and it's number 8. Anyway, Great Awakening. All right. So this is happening. And I've got some more information too about that, and we'll go back to that in a few moments. But just that it's great things, and we're so happy to hear great things are coming. But the ickiness is still falling away. And even though I know we can get a little impatient sometimes and going, oh my goodness, can't it just hurry up already? Especially a lot of us when, we've just come back lifetime after lifetime and this is what we've done. And it's like, enough. Let's just push the button right now and be done. But it can't happen that fast. All right. The ascension and even the 3D. Now, you don't destroy energy, so it's not going away. It is just transforming and being redirected off of this earth plane. All right. But all of that we want it, but then it can be scary because then everything will change for us. But I do really believe that everyone's going to be embracing these changes because, it's all going to be about loving and embracing and taking care of each other. Absolutely. And what does that look like? And that watch how we transform what we do. Maybe our jobs and on a daily basis is going to change and transform to a more loving, holistic way of being. Right. So it is exciting. There's going to be some changes. Those that are, like I said, going to have a hard time, or those that, may be a little resistant to change. And I will tell you that the light that's coming through to our bodies and coming through our DNA, coming through our bodies, it's easier when we're light responding to light, right? If we have any of this dense heaviness in our bodies, then we can feel the light coming through it, and it can feel a little uncomfortable. So what can you do? What can we do to make sure that we keep our bodies lighter? All right. Well, purging. Many are still purging thoughts that are unnecessary, thoughts that are destructive, thoughts that are fearful, right? Anything that's not for our highest and greatest. Watch our thoughts, making sure that we are connected in our sacred heart center right here every day, every night. I mean, like, we have to remind ourselves all the time. All right. Hello, Carol Ann. Even if you're just as like, I am grateful. And there was and it's training the mind, because it's so easy to get caught up with that fear, right? I heard like a Native American one. I asked this conversation with a Native American elder once, and in physical form, and then also validated on my team, my angelic celestial team. I asked I have a shaman, a medicine woman, and a medicine man that's part of my guides, my team, and I asked them, I was like, so ceremony, all of this ceremony, what is so, and it's discipline. It's discipline. It's to stop the mind chatter. It's to stop. It's to discipline the mind to be grateful. And I thought that's so profound, and it is. It is. So whether you have a ritual, a routine, I hope that it's a productive one and not a destructive one, right? And so very interesting to. They want me to do this Saturday, so I'm gonna have a very busy week. But of wrapping it all up and to put a pretty bow on it, whatever. But I've been getting a lot of information, channeling a lot of information that made me raise an eyebrow. I thought it was controversial at first. I thought it was like people are going to think of or I'm like, whoever reads these journals in the future, or maybe it won't be, maybe it's right on. I've learned to trust, and okay, that's fine. I'm just going on and writing stuff down and getting some information, getting things together. And just we can scare ourselves if we get into every minute detail of what's happening here on this earth plane. And that's not what it's about. And you're going to hear people say it truly is. And I don't like the terms either fight between dark and light. It's not a fight between dark and light. It is back to the light. Let's just say that. There's a shift that's occurring, because when you say fight means you are falling into that 3D arena. And I'm sorry, evil knows how to play there. That's their playground, and they know how to defeat you. Your odds in that arena is 50-50. I don't like those odds. You stay in the love and the light, that's 100% guaranteed to win, so to speak, if you must look at it that way. And so it's never engaged and drop down, all right, and to fight. And one of the things I don't like about some of the commercials you hear, even the nonprofit organizations for health, is like, oh, we got this, we're going to fight this, we're going to beat this. Not with that attitude. You won't. You don't fight dis-ease. You love it. You love it. And I know that sounds crazy. Some people are like, what are you talking about? Because let's get to the trigger of what's going on in your body. Why are you at dis-ease? You're going to fight yourself? Why are you going to fight with yourself? You should love yourself. You should love that dis-ease. When you shine light on something dark, the darkness leaves. The darkness leaves. So you've heard this phrase. You've heard this, is that darkness, or that evil and light can't stay in the same place, reside in the same place. That fear and love can't reside in the same place at the same time, because they're two different ways of being. And now I'm not talking about the shadow bad and light. Pure evil is just evil. There is no other part to it. They have snuffed their light out. And even if there's that little God spark in there, they've just thrown that into the closet and will not address it or not even recognize it. All right. And there's a difference. These are ones who don't want to work on it and just want to work on destruction, greed. And so that's all I'm going to say about that. Yes, there are those beings here on this earth plane. You also should know that it's much higher what's going on than just humans, what's going on with our human beings and with our country. Everything's happening worldwide here. This is affecting the whole earth and beyond. And when we say the evil in this world, it's not just humans. There's non-humans. There are others who are involved. And what do you mean by that? Whether it's first off, no ETs like to be called ETs. They're star brothers and sisters, but the evil ones, I just, I'm not going to call them brothers and sisters, even though they still are in a sense. And they were very much needed for us in a school and learning and ascending way of thinking and trying to keep it in the light. All right. But yeah, if you were to know all the who, what, where, whens and everything, you're going to, oh my gosh, what is this? Or, what information are you getting from Star Trek, from Star Wars, from, oh my gosh, well, you know what? It's not too far off from that. And this is a great year of the truth surfacing, of disclosure in all areas. And we've already seen it start. Things coming to the surface. The evil that was hidden has risen now, risen to the top and is being dealt with. All right. So the only thing that can reside on a 5-dimensional earth plane and higher is light. And so I'm not talking about, we don't get rid of our shadow part. That's very much part of us. All right. It's who we are. And that's why I want to make very clear when, that distinction, and they want it very clear, the division of what's evil and what's just us, good and bad, within ourselves. All right. And so we are all ascending, and we also learn and know that it's better to stay in this balanced point, not going from one extreme to the next. If you look at it like, okay, bad, good, and right in the middle is the balance. Stay in the 0 point right there. When we are in that zero Zen point, so to speak, be quiet. We're right here in the command center of the Sacred Heart Center. And we're tuning in to that within, which has all the answers right here. Those that want to have tried to control us didn't want you right here, because we are powerful. All right. When we step into our empowerment as divine beings, no being can control you. Right here. That's our direct connection to Source, to God, to Creator. Right? Commandments. Command center. Right here. Sacred Heart Center. Control is up here. Control center is up here. All right? Now, this should always be first. This should be the captain. Your Sacred Heart Center right here. And your mind, the control center, should be second in command and should be taking commands from the command center. All right, and that's it. And the control center just should maintain your body, like it's, your body levels and all of this. I got this. What's going on? All right, work together with the body. All right, and the body is that, I don't want to say the last, but it usually is, because you can tell. If you neglect your emotions and your spirituality, and you just go headstrong into something and not feeling anything, you're not also feeling your body. And this is where the triggers and the dis-ease comes in. All right. And so we need, part of this ascension process is knowing who you truly are, listening to your body, having conversation with your body. How you feeling today? No, you're not going crazy. What you're doing is you are actually having very much that dialogue with yourself. And hey, you usually know, your body talks to you. We usually can tell. It's like if you eat something that didn't agree with you, we know right away, right? It shows up differently for us. But then we learn, let's take it now to when you meet somebody, immediately they say always listen to the first impression because the energy never lies. Your intuition won't lie to you, and always go with that first impression, that energy. All right. And so that's what you need to pay attention to, is the energy. And it's interesting how when you look at some of the military, and I'm just going to use this as an example, like military bases, like the highest command centers are called command centers. This is the command center. This is the top, right? Top. All right. But everything below them, whether they're on, they're on the ground, they're on their ships, or they're on their whatever they're on, and they call their little place where they get together with, control. We're going to control now, control centers. So on the top, it's command, trickle down to control. Here's your commands to the team. Control. All right. So it's interesting how they use these terminologies as a level of, hey, the command says this, trickle down. The control needs to listen. Well, why don't we flip it and turn it for good? And yes, here's the command center right here. And the control needs to listen to the command. And then you know what happens is it just stops. It just falls away, and you stop fighting. Your mind will stop fighting, especially when you lay the guidelines down for your mind. I'll have dialogue with my mind too. I'll stop myself and go, oh my gosh, why am I thinking this again? Really? Do I still need to heal from this? Okay, well, what am I missing? Let's have this dialogue, right? I've literally told oh my gosh, just stop, be quiet. We have to do that. We have to be aggressive with ourselves in order to get ourselves back in balance. So we need to do that. And it's hey, for our highest and greatest. Okay. So now when you have a society of people that are in total command of themselves, how are you going to control them? You're not. You're not. Not going to be able to. Right? So, food for thought. One of the things that I've heard that's interesting is like when every morning I love to be outside when I can, and I'm out there with the dogs and just okay, so every morning giving gratitude and giving some love and blessings to, I would say, Mother Earth and to Lady Gaia. And so it came to me too in part of the channelings. I had heard, I would always hear in giving ceremony, Earth, Tara, Lady Gaia. So I thought what I was hearing was Earth / like terracotta, right? Terra, or and I'm like, oh, you're saying so Earth / or Terra, and then Lady Gaia. Okay, the ascended portion being Lady Gaia. And so then this was like, okay, I got more details on this. Was that Earth, 3D Earth. 3D Earth. Fifth dimension name is Tara. Tara. Or maybe still like Terra, but not Terra, because that's Earth / Terra, Terra. But the fifth dimensional Earth name is Tara, Tara. So I was like, well, but I keep hearing Lady Gaia. What is that? Lady Gaia is 7th dimensional Earth. I'm like, okay, so I'm going to try to stay with me on this because I had to get out of my head and drop into my heart to feel this and understand this. All right. So right now, it's already in fifth dimension, Tara. And I have always heard too that we're not just going to go to fifth dimension and stay there. We are just going to keep ascending. Okay, and keep going and to our higher selves was 12th dimension. Yes. So we're just going to keep going and keep going and keep ascending. This is just the start of the ascension. All right, and it's just going to keep progressing. Woohoo! All right, so what's happening is that the third 3D Earth merged now with fifth dimensional Terra, and like this. So you would say, like right now at this point in time, and I know I've heard this on some space. Maybe still think I'm crazy, but Terrans, if you use TARA and then add NS with Terrans. Terra, isn't that a planet on some sci-fi movie? I don't know. Anyway, again, it sounds like it, doesn't it? Terrans. This is where we are right now. The final destination for Earth / Lady Tara is not to stay in the fifth dimension, but the seventh dimensional Lady Gaia. So what happened? Stick with me. A long time ago. All right, long time ago, is that it was 5D Terra and was in connection with the higher version of itself, the seventh dimension, Lady Gaia. And before she could make that merge, all right, there was forces, whether you want to call them space wars or whatever, and 5D Terra was blown up, listen, was scattered, sent to a black hole. So when you really think about this, this is going to make you kind of laugh and then go, what? Trust me, I went through every range of an emotion that I could when I heard this, but just please stick with me. And so went to a black hole. Now this is where when it goes into this, and it went into like this negative field, and then you have these maybe negative beings that are going through these, I don't want to say junkyards, but these fields of debris fields and picking out what they need, what they want. Well, they realized that they could take this debris of this planet, put it back together. Then they could control, they can prevent, all right, and all the lost souls. So you understand that when every living being that was on that planet, that soul was trapped right there. So they take all of it and they try to become a false god. Hang in there. All right, and then keep us from, build a fence energetically from the 5D, another fence, so that if you can't ascend to the fifth dimension, then the fifth dimension can't go to the seventh, to the higher part of herself. All right, so all this is falling apart though. So don't worry, we've had these guardians, we had to do our work. We had to even though we were in this veil of we forgot everything, the divine spark in us is so strong and we lit up. And we had to meet a certain ascension level before our higher self would be triggered to come down and meet us, and all the guardians and other beings coming in, opening up stargates for us again. And so this is beautiful. It's happening. There is no when it does, it's happening. And so this is the evil that's falling. It's so much more than just evil people being complete jerks and selfish on this earth plane. So this is beautiful. So now, 5D Terra is Earth, so 3D Earth going to 5D Tara, Tara. And then when we're all settled out into this fifth dimension, she's just keeping on going. It's going to connect with the seventh dimensional Gaia, which is just going to elevate us even higher. Okay, now we can all ascend. We're no more electric fences of energy to keep us here, to keep us suppressed. All right. Now, when all this was coming to me, I really thought, what did I eat the day before? How did I sleep? What did I tune into? Am I writing a sci-fi movie? Well, trust me, we get stuff, we go through that whole range. I'm just like, what am I channeling? Who am I? So then I'd stop, get up, walk away, come back. Okay, team, I know it's my team. Validate, this is my team. Am I hearing this right? And they're like, yeah. There's a lot that this is why disclosure is important, so you can see all the players. So you get to be introduced to everyone. And then it will make total sense. So it's happening. It's happening. It's already starting to happen. And so it's, don't let it shake you off your faith foundation. That's what I want to tell you. Yes, most definitely there is God, there is source, there is creator, but you have to understand that that masculine part of God is still. Is the stillness holding everything together. And we do have that free will. So, but we have a lot of help. Now, okay, so who's with me? Everyone is not ready to, you still with me? You think I'm crazy? Woohoo! Anyway, that's some of the information. That's not even all of it. The other stuff, I'm going to, and I dragged my feet enough. I've had many conversations. They want me to share it, but in a class format. And we're going to make sure that space is completely protected from anyone poking in and from any trolls or from anyone trying to take us off track, so to speak. But I'm listening to what they want me to do. They want me to do it in a class format and do it on Saturday, this Saturday at 4 p.m. I'll have more information. I'm still trying to decide what to call it. But I will tell you that the big topic of this has to be for people who are ready to do this. And the class is going to be very affordable because there has to be an energy exchange, because then it's showing how they explained to me that you're ready for this information. You're ready for the next level. You're ready for the next level. You're ready to level up. All right. It's going to be very affordable for those that want to, and do it in the live format, because we can have Q&A afterwards. This information is really huge. There's more to, I only gave you a little bit. There's a lot more to this. And a lot revolves around our moon. That's going to knock your socks off. That's going to make you question more things. And because I know what I went through. And I was actually at first kind of like, you want me to present this publicly? Because a lot of us are so used to, we have to be quiet and just be quiet and be quiet. And we'll know now it's time to talk. And to even up that talking, we still wanted to be quiet, because we know what happens with people that speak up and say the truth. Well, we're in a safe space now. It depends on how your format and how you do that. I'm not going out in the streets and doing this. This is private, right? So anyway, but what I heard is that more light workers need this information so they can help process and help feed the light and keep that upper part of the light workers. And everyone is important. Please know that every light is important, but there are some now experienced light workers who've been doing this for a long time. And these are the ones that it's kind of like, all right. And if you're not, it will jump you up to an experience level really quick. And so, but all of you are, and everyone sitting here in this sacred circle, you're experienced light workers, whether you believe that, recognize that or not. And it's just, I know the labels, bright lights, anyway, but it's all very necessary and everything that we're going to be going through. And so it's, and we think that, okay, what we think, let me just say this, what we think is our reality, we're going to be like, what? But it's okay. It's okay. Don't lose your faith. Yeah. And don't lose light. And don't turn to fear. That is the biggest thing of all. And that, I think, was, I don't want to violate anyone's belief system or rock them off of their belief, because I know how I felt when they were giving me this stuff. It really shook me up as far as what. But you know what, though? After it goes through the phases of truth, of denying it, of no, then it's like, you know what? It actually does make sense. And so I want together to go through all of that, through those levels of, and I'm going to be here for you and be there for the support of, oh, I get it now. Okay, I want to be there for you, because I remember how I felt with that, and to go through all that. And my team is strong. I have a strong, my connection with my angelic celestial committee is very strong. And so it's, and we all just need that strong support team around us, of even other people, other humans, other, and our celestial sisters and brothers, and whatever species they are, because we have to know that. And so we just are moving into a peaceful time where no living beings are harmed. And I'm sorry, no living beings, animals, human, the earth. Lady Gaia is a living being, and I've been keep calling her Lady Gaia, because I realized when I asked, I was like, well, I just keep calling her Lady Gaia. I've been saying more and more Lady Gaia. And they're like, because you're helping that ascension process by calling her to, this is the destination, get there. And by doing that, it helps all of us. Because we have to be the same vibration to be with her. You get it? And then we can really get to explore. We think we've explored other universes or other systems before. We may have gotten some information about them, but we really haven't. We all have really kind of been trapped in this solar system, and that's changing. And so we really are going to be able to explore so much more, and it's going to be really good. It's really going to be really good. And we still, though, will always have that, we'll have that experience too. It's funny. It's kind of like, when you go like as far as like medals and kudos and certificates, you have to level 1, level 2, level 3, right? Go all these levels. Well, it's kind of like the further you descend and then come back up again, that's where you get your badges. Oh, they were on level 3. Oh, they were on level 2, even like 2D, our personal hell that man has created, or that we have allowed to be created. That's what we call, hell on earth. So it's like we've gone for 3D, maybe some a little bit of 2D, and then go back up. So we like fell and rose back up. That's huge. That's huge. It's huge for us. And pat yourself on the back. Yes. So no fear, just love and light here. Okay. And what I have found helps is this beautiful phrase. And I got this phrase from another psychic, intuitive channeler. Lisa Renee is her name. And she says, God sovereign free. I am God sovereign free. And you know what? That resonated with me. And I'm saying it every day now. And I feel everything that's not for my highest and greatest any control slip off. Free from mind control. Free from everything. And unhooks all that stuff off of you. Say it. I encourage you to say it. Every day. Write it. I am, and I've had to look up how to spell sovereign. Terrible speller I am, right? But it was like, okay, so once you get it down, you know how to spell. Anyway, it's like, I am God, sovereign, free. All right, you are a part of God, but it helps with the ascension. It helps that light stay focused. We are connected to the highest source that is right there. That statement, that phrase, that I am command is that instant connection to source, is right there. And no man, no other living being can ever separate you from source. Just know that. All right, know that. I mean, not without your permission. And many of us have blindly given permission until we wake up and realize, that's what empowerment is. It's taking my power back. I'm not giving you permission to do anything. No. Good, question everything. Yes. No, you know, and stay here in the Sacred Heart Center with the feeling and the intuitive. Listen to your intuition. And then just keep going, keep growing, keep ascending. Right? I threw a lot on y'all. So I see Richard says he's still with me. Is everyone okay? How's everybody doing? Can we do a little field check? How's everybody feeling? How's everybody doing? We doing good? Woo. Yeah. Just put out some love and light here with everybody too. Just all right. Whew. All right, there we go. Very good. Whew. So, how's everybody feeling about just what I said? You feel like I'm cuckoo? No, I'm kidding. People are hanging on. We're all going to feel this way. The more things that come out, the more things but you know what? It's okay. We've survived it and we're coming through it. And that's all that matters. And so it's also that statement too takes you to like the highest things that you can do, is I call like a 12th dimensional shield. I know I was working through the 12 chakras, and they said, my teams, like my committees, like, all right, so now let's ascend even this 12 chakras. We're going to go to like a 12D shield, a 12th dimensional shield. And it takes you even higher, and it's very, very powerful. And this is what I was just feeding everybody through this group too, is just kind of like, you know, reminding you of your I am. And that's why that statement, I am God, sovereign, free, takes you right there. And just let everything kind of vibrate. We have to understand, and this is the return of the Christos Sophia light. We've heard about the Christ light, the Christ consciousness, the Christ light returning. The Christ light was always here. It was the union of the Divine Mother, the Sophia light, that was misused. And we can get more on that. And that's what the class is about. And then the rise of that divine feminine is the rise of the Sophia. So now we have the Christos and Sophia light together, that sacred union coming in from the compassion of our solar plexus, that divine love from the cosmic heart center of our heart. So we have the union of the Christos light and the Sophia light coming together for the Christos Sophia light. Very powerful. Woo! Yeah! Okay. Anyway, I will put more information out on this. Actually, on my website, whitesagewoman.com, there is a spot on there. It says blog. Make sure you subscribe to my blog. That's where I'm going to put the class information to sign up for that this week. And also, too, when you sign up for my blog covers, called the Goldylocks Zone, because it not only covers the information from my work that I do, my spiritual work, healer. It not only covers all that work from Goldylocks Temple of Healing, but it also covers all the shows from Goldylocks Productions. Okay, so it's called the Goldylocks Zone. So you can find everything there. I have some posts, some articles there. You're going to find it like on holistic health and wellness, and then again with the shows information. So if you haven't already subscribed to my blog, please do so. And that's going to be a great source of information for everyone as well. Moving forward, every day you want to know what shows are going to come on Goldylocks Productions, you just go there. But you will receive an email after you sign up. So you won't feel like you're out of the loop. Hey, what's going on? Of course, there's other ways. A lot of you have signed up on the MeWe. So we appreciate that. I moved a lot of things away from Facebook. Why? Because I don't agree with big tech trying to take away our privacy and our freedoms. So we do have a Goldylocks Productions group on MeWe, MEWE. My personal profile is there, and then my Goldylocks Temple of Healing, I have a page on there as well. Okay. So you can find us there. Also, too, if you would like to, I've never talked about this on my show. I guess I should. But we do also have a Patreon, and we have some VIP patrons. You should check out the perks there. So we're on patreon.com. Look up Goldylocks Productions. And for those that are audio only, I'm saying Goldylocks with a Y. Goldylocks Productions, all right, with an S. Goldylocks with an S, Productions with an S. Goldylocks Productions on Patreon. You can find us there, all right? And if you would like to just take a look, actually, I'll put the link in here too. You can just take a look around, see if you like it. We have a lot of VIPs in this circle as well. And one of the perks, okay, is that you get to have your very own, there's a show where several of us show hosts get together on Mondays, 4 p.m. Eastern Time. It is called The Spiritual View. And we all just get together and we kind of like, we have our afternoon coffee, afternoon tea. It's all laid back and we have conversation. We share spiritual experiences and just what's going on. It's very laid back and you get more than one. It's great to see the show hosts interacting with each other and also interacting with our VIPs who can watch the live show. I know 4 p.m. might be hard on a Monday, but we do have some that are able to tune in and then you can watch that the replay as well. Again, that show is exclusively for our VIP patrons. And once a month, we also will bring on a VIP patron for you to get to know more about. So our patrons get to learn about each other and we get to highlight our VIPs. And tomorrow, here's Lynell. Tomorrow at 4 p.m., the VIP guest is Linnell. So hello, Linnell. Yay, there she is. So we'll have her on tomorrow. We get to find out more about her. So and her experiences, and she's been going through so much, her growth. So it's yay, just so happy. Anyway, so tune in there too. It's really trying to make a presence and be there for everybody, and just check it all out. See what resonates with you, and that's the whole thing. Take what you can leave. Take what you can use and leave the rest. And always do your research, even things that I get in that I channel. Continue, and that even that you get. We should always do our research and validate. Just further validation. I'm not saying I don't trust my team. I do, but and they usually bring that to me, validations. I don't even have to ask for it. It just comes anymore. It just comes. Oh, this is what you're talking about. They'll validate what information's coming through. All right, so that's beautiful too. So just note that. All right. Well, much love and light to each and every one of you. If you ever have any questions, you can contact me through the website, wisesagewoman.com. Many of you know how to contact me. You can do that. And once again, as I'm going out, I would like to give thanks and gratitude to we got Goldylocks Productions got a good donation, and all donations are good. Please don't take that wrong. But we did get a nice collective. They got together and made a donation to Goldylocks Productions. It's the ICU Dr. Lauren Love, ICU nurses, technicians, and staff in the Boston area hospitals. Thank you so much again for each and every one of you just watching, viewing, sharing, giving the shows a thumb up on YouTube. Before you leave, give a thumbs up. All of that helps. All right. Every bit of it, energetically sitting in this sacred circle, it all helps. And I love you, each and every one of you, and I'm grateful for you all. Continue to shine brightly, shine that divine love and light out in all directions. And until we sit in sacred circle again next Sunday, 8 p.m. Eastern Time, much love to each and every one of you. Good night.
Become a Goldylocks Productions VIP patron. Receive exclusive access to live stream special and other epic perks. Join the Goldylocks Productions VIP community today.